What's up, everybody? Just give me a moment to do a little share, and we good to go. What's up, Miss Me? What's up, Stanislav Petkov? Pretty good, pretty good. Can y'all see me? All right. Well, let's get it in. Let's get it in. So today, let me come up a little bit. So today, I'm gonna talk to y'all about Kung Fu. Oh yeah, it's one of my favorite topics. Kung Fu, Qigong, magical self-defense, and self-defense period. And why it is important and why you need it in both your physical and magical aspects on your path. Now, what is Kung Fu? Kung Fu is an Asian term. Well, Kung pretty much basically mean hard work over time, and Fu, is the martial art. You see what I'm saying? So, I guess would be a better way of saying it is practicing martial arts over time. That's what Kung Fu actually means. Then, I used to watch the old Kung Fu movies when I was a kid, the old school stuff Shaw Brothers made back in the day. Can't remember none of them for the life of me, but I used to watch them all the time, and it was very, very enjoyable. Said I need to do yeah, I'll probably do something on that later, Stanislaw. Yeah, it was very, very enjoyable. It was a very enjoyable experience because one thing I love about the old Kung Fu movies, they weren't afraid to show you mind, body, and spirit, or what they call chi over there. The life force that flows in, through, and around all different things. They weren't afraid to show you that in those movies. They weren't afraid to get down with it. I remember Iron Armor. Now they coming to me. Invincible. something, but he was a Tai Chi master. And various others. I got all like they packaged them up into like I think 6 or 7 different packages of different episodes of all the martial arts movies, and they had deep science in them because they showed you the whole point of martial arts is to bring consciousness into your body. That's what martial arts is about. Period. Bring consciousness into your body, and through a healthy body, you tap into a healthy body. You tap into a healthy mind, and a healthy mind and body leads to a healthy spirit. That's basically what Kung Fu and the martial arts are all about. Now you have what you like to call external martial arts and internal martial arts. External martial arts deals with the explosiveness, learning how to use your skills, your hands, your techniques, your elbows, your knees, to fight at your fullest potential, knowing where to hit, when to hit, and how to hit. That's the combative side of it. And a good book for the basic self-defense in the fight sign. Check out this book here, Mind Fist by Dr. Ha Ha Long, the ancient art of the ninja masters, and this tells you all about fight signs. This the fight signs here, self-defense, all day, every day, and it teaches you like there are only 3 major types of punches. There's only 4 major types of kicks. I think there's only 6 or 8 elbows, and there's only like 2 or 3 types of knees you can do, like clinch knee, long knee, or whatever. So check that book out. He goes in on the basic fight signs. It's also if you're having problems with bullies or whatever, also definitely check that book out, because the first half of the book teaches you how to deal with bullies on both the mental and the physical. So yeah, he also goes over what you like to call ASP, Advanced Sensory Perception. Learn how to hone your senses through meditation so that you can see more, hear more, smell more, touch into an object more, all that. So he called it advanced sensory perception. Which is the ability to learn how to develop your physical senses to their highest form. Self-defense is important in many ways. It builds confidence, it builds strength, it builds endurance, it builds stamina. It helps balance the mind and body, and eventually unlocks the spirit if you choose to take internal martial arts as well. Cause internal martial arts, which is Qigong, which is hard work, the work you put in to develop your Qi. That's basically what Qigong is. The work you put in to develop your Qi. Yes. So you need these martial arts. And what I love about internal energy is you get to have this chi flow through your physical body on the physical plane. And say if something pop off in this world, or some shit like that, then your force would awaken, because you got the energy to use your force. The reason why most people can't tap into their life force and their chi. The reason why the reason why they can't break their chi is they can't utilize their forces. They don't have enough energy. That's why. If you ain't got enough energy to do what you need to do, then it ain't gonna happen. So you need to deal with martial arts on a whole other level, cause there's a physical side to martial arts and there's an occult side to martial arts. And Now, America, what I don't like about America is America don't do fuck with shit spiritual for real. Y'all already know that. Shit, they don't really fuck with the occult science like that. Nothing, or at least they're going to project that spirituality, they're going to project to you that spirituality is a lie. Although they're practicing it behind closed doors. They getting their occult science in while the masses, they got the masses running around in circles thinking, everything's okay, but we having a mass awakening now. So everybody's starting to get together. Now, another thing I want to talk to y'all about is with Qigong is there are meditative movements, or what they call moving meditation, or putting your meditation in motion, that you can learn to develop your chi even faster. And there's a dude on YouTube, his name is Jake Mace. Just type in Jake Mace, Qigong exercises, and he got plenty. And what you do is you mimic his movements. You mimic his movements so that you can learn it yourself. And once you mimic it, your spirit and intuition will adjust your body's natural movements in such a way that your chi will flow properly with the right stances, because that's what chi is all about. Now, this is why Kung Fu was so popular in the 70s and 80s. It was like it's its own, it's physical magic, or its own physical sorcery, I guess you could say. It was explosive because the external side and an internal side is on a whole other level. Jewel, what's up? It's on a whole other level. They ain't never seen like some shit you can really do. And let me see here. If you wanna check out like some hardcore martial arts spirits, this book here, Bubishi, 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 martial arts spirit, and it got many different teachings and techniques. It even got herbs and stuff you can use to heal yourself. Yeah, I think it even got herbs and heal with you can pause motherfuckers too. But that's it's a great book. And this character here, this deity here, is known as Busa Ganashi. This is one of the only few places I've seen him, and I'm gonna talk about him later and how you can apply him to your work as well. Cause later I'm gonna tell y'all how to tap in to your internal dojo and how to have it flow to the physical. So we gonna talk about him a little later. Now there is multiple techniques, abilities, skills that you can learn with martial arts to grow yourself. There are many different aspects. They got yin. They got what you call yin gong. But I wish I should have brought those books too. Yeah, I forgot them. They got yin gong, which is body strengthening techniques. I think it's called Ming Gong, which is mind strengthening techniques, and of course Qigong, spirit strengthening techniques, or Qi strengthening techniques. So they got all these versions and variations to help you grow as a person, as a being. And the whole the second major point of martial arts is to bring, when you bring this consciousness in your body, you learn to tune into the universe and nature around you on a whole other level. You may go out there, and once you start harnessing your chi flow, it might start you'll start summoning it to you, because now you're on a frequency. The force around you can pick up on your energetic signature now, and you can draw this energy into you now. You can draw this powerful life force into you and have huge reserves of energy to do what you need to do. Hell, you may not even can sleep sometime because you got so much energy. I just said to deal with that, meditation is a good way just to relax. And also another way to deal with it is get into your passions. Channel that energy the things you want to do, the things your creativity. Like if you want to write a book, write a book. If you want to paint, paint. Channel that energy into your creativity. Cause doing this work here, you're gonna have a lot of stamina, a lot of chi flow. You're gonna be a lot more healthy. You're gonna bring it. You're gonna bring it. And you're gonna have a lot more force to deal with. A lot of other things you're gonna experience with martial arts is the more you focus on your key, the more you begin to see the world for what it really is. You're gonna start to develop your fourth sense or psychic sense now, or sixth sense, as y'all know it. And you can walk around and pick up on things before they happen, see it in your mind's eye, and literally, since you see it in your mind's eye, you have split seconds to do something about this. Like, nah, I can't let this happen. I can't let this happen, or I need to adjust my path right now, so I won't be in a situation to that harms me or works against me. Let's see. Now, there are many different levels to martial art. Cause you got like the Buddhist style, Shaolin. You got Wudong, Tai Chi masters. One of my favorite groups is the Taoist masters. Oh yeah, them motherfuckers there. Oh yeah. I don't know if y'all ever heard of Mopai, the makers of Java. Where the other book at? Here we go. Into Mopai, the makers of Java. The makers of Java was a book about John Chain. If y'all ever seen the YouTube video where he set paper on fire with his chi, where he was able to discharge electricity into other people's body to, like shock therapy to heal them or whatever. Where he goes in this book here about the Mopai lineage, and what they was all about from many different groups, Lao Tzu, all of them, all those ancient Taoist lineages, and he tells you like my masters was doing some advanced shit, man. They was levitating objects, setting shit on fire. They was discharging electricity out of their fingertips, like the Emperor in Star Wars. They was goddamn motherfuckers was flying. His teacher, which he called Lao Sifu, his teacher, like that, he had one of the best stories of all time. It was a sad story, but it'll blow your mind. He met his master, who I forget his name, but he met his master. He went off the train. When he came back to his village, his tribe, the rival village who was warring with them had killed most of them off except for one single dude. So of course he angry, right? He upset, right? He mad as hell. But the chief of the village said, "Nah, you good. Go back and continue learning, cause you gonna be our only hope." So cool. He go off again, and then continue his training for a few more years. Then he come back home, and he finds out that they killed also the last remaining member of the tribe at the time, which was his chief. And that motherfucker flipped, y'all. He flipped. That motherfucker pretty much went Darth Vader, Darth Loud, however y'all want to say it. And he went to the rival village and he started fucking motherfuckers up. They was throwing spears at this nigga, didn't hit him, didn't hurt him. He was discharging energy blasts at these mofos, knocking their ass across the village, killing their ass, wiping them motherfuckers out by himself. Them niggas couldn't do nothing with it because he had this cheap power, he had this force, he had this raw power that very few people know about these days. And he was tearing their ass up. He wiped out the whole village by himself. And that's a true story. Y'all go check that out yourself. His name is Lao Sifu. And he was wanted in China for that, by the way. He, of course, he did kill off a whole village of people. So, of course, he was wanted for that. So, yeah, posters everywhere, and his master was on some other shit too. He was at the mountain, and his master used to go around helping the weak or whatever, pretty much like a Jedi do, go around helping people, and of course sometimes he would have to kill people, kill different like bandits, stuff like that. He had to kill them off. And one dude, he took his eyes, he snatched his eyes out for the cost of what he was doing, because he was a warlord, but he let him live. And it was like 10 or 15 years later, the dude showed back up on the mountain, and he had went and learned from a rival Taoist school the chi shit, right? The chi teachings, and they battled each other, and Lao Sifu witnessed the battle, and he said it was like a battle of gods. They was flying, hurling lightning bolts at each other from the sky, doing all type of advanced martial techniques and skills, all type of crazy shit. They was getting it in. They was getting it in. They was like, God damn. Cause I was in there reading the story. I was like, damn, this shit something straight out of a comic book. But this is what these comic books based off of. This how it was in the good old days. When we talking about Battle of the Gods, we talking about motherfuckers with powers, magical powers, chi powers that can fuck shit up. They can hurl tornadoes at you and all type of crazy shit. This is where they get the stories. This is what Star Wars mythos and stuff like that are born from these stories. They had these experiences. They document them. They put them in books. People like George Lucas get these books, read them himself, and get inspired and create mythologies like Star Wars, for example. So this is another one of those cases. He went in. John Chang decided to bring this knowledge to the West, and he was even able to do miraculous things. He was able to channel flames into like a little ping pong ball. Of course, telekinesis, levitation, stuff like that. His best gift was pyrokinesis. He was able to discharge fire out of him. Let's see, what else was he able to do? He was he had a few other abilities that was noted, but can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, these motherfuckers was able to do amazing things. They were able to channel their chi into the earth, quake it, break up rocks and shit, all type of crazy shit. That shit you see in anime, movies and shit, motherfuckers channeling their chi, magic, and doing all this powerful shit. This is real. This is a real thing. I want y'all to know that this is a real life. This is a real reality that these motherfuckers was engaging in. And if you want to add some of these skills into your meditations, check out Intimo Pi, the training of the immortals. You see what I'm saying? If you want to apply some of this to your work, so your meditations, you can take the knowledge. You ain't got to be exactly like them. Matter of fact, you ain't gonna be exactly like them. You're a completely different being in a completely different land, doing completely different things. So instead of trying to be like them, just take the information and apply it to your meditations, and you'll be able to grow from it. Buddhism will fall into this category too. Yeah, Buddhism was off the chain too. It's just I prefer Taoism, because Taoism they break it down to what the average man can understand it. And the author of this book is James Van Gelden. So y'all want to check that out? Go check it out. And another thing I want to discuss in this book, they go over the different levels of chi. Like you got your base chi body, the meridian system. Upon further developing of that meridian system, you tap into your soul body, which deals with your dantians. And how the dantians work is you begin to channel chi through you and you store it up in your dantian. And when you store this energy up in your dantian, the more you do this, the more the more the more energy you'll have, and the more chi you're able to generate, you're able to tap into and unlock higher states or higher states of chi, and these higher states unlock more of your energy bodies. So you got yin chi, which is cold chi. You cycle through that energy body. And you got yang chi, which is hot chi, and it's hot like lava. It feels like fire. You'll cycle through that energy body. Then you fuse yin and yang together in your dantians, your lower, middle, and upper dantians, and you unlock electric chi. This the electric energy that John Chang was channeling in his lectures, in his shock therapy when he was healing people with his chi, and upon generating, they call them earth immortals in their book, in their teaching. Upon leveling up more and generating more electric chi and more chi around you and to you, you unlock golden chi, or a more clear way of saying that is you unlock source energy. You're able to channel source energy itself through your body, which is a golden energy, which is a golden heat. Whereas young chi felt hot like lava, source energy gonna feel hot like the sun. It's gonna feel like nuclear energy. Nuclear solar energy is flowing through you. It's no different than when the sun beams on you during the day. That's exactly what it feels like. Yes, this is exactly what it feels like. So this is what we talking about here. This is the power we talking about. Let's see here. What else I want to tell y'all about? Cause I'm about to get into the magical aspect. Cause you got multiple levels now. You got the Jedi aspect, which deals with more of the natural and essential aspects of chi or the force, and this is what I'm talking about with the Taoist teachings. Then you got the magical aspect, the Magi, that deals with more of the mystical and multidimensional aspects of the force. And that's what I'm about to get into now. Yeah. And if y'all want to check out more Jedi teachings, Star Wars Jedi Path, y'all want to learn more about the Jedi, a basic comprehension. Y'all might see this book again in the future because I got lectures that I want to do. Now, of course, we need balance. So the Book of Sith, of course, Star Wars, another Star Wars novel, dark and light. You need both. You need both darkness and light. That's how you find true balance. So let's see here. Another thing I want to do here is talk about the magical aspect. Oh yes, the magical aspect deals with your magical self-defense. Yeah, now this is where you get into your internal work, what they call NACOM over there. You get into the deities. I know a fire deity who deals with your magical that deals with the magical self-defense, and there's a tiger god over there, and his name is Benny Lemot. They didn't name him over there, but he came to me in half sleep one day and told me, like, nah, tell him who I am. My name is Benny Lemot, and he is the tiger god general over there, and he represents his associations is ferocity, magic, will, energy conservation. Cause tigers save their energy. They conserve their energy for when they need it the most. That's why I kind of like tigers a little bit more than lions. Cause lions just waste their energy. The guy lions in a way. Then you got he also deals with feminine energy. Cause tigers deal more with the lunar aspect as well. That's why they conserve energy more so than the line, which deals with the solar aspect, which is explosive and utilizes a lot more energy. He deals with enthusiasm and he deals with right timing. So, so this is a deity who you can call on and work with to help you develop your martial arts skills, your martial arts abilities. And you can also check out, of course, Bruce Lee. Man was a genius. Man came back from a broken spine and went on to become one of the baddest kung fu masters the planet has seen, off kung fu techniques, off kung fu exercises that he did in his fucking medical bed. You see what I'm saying? That's why he's so powerful, cause he did this shit in his medical bed. He went from a broken spine in his medical bed, practicing these martial art techniques, and he came back, developed his own martial art called Jeet Kune Do, and I think that's the name of the book, Jeet Kune Do, and went on to be like one of the baddest martial artists of all times until his untimely death. Another thing I want to talk about is empathy, but physical empathy. Now, physical empathy is a little different from emotional empathy. Whereas emotional empathy, you kind of absorb, you kind of embody the other person's emotions and thoughts. Physical empathy, on the other hand, you kind of can absorb the physical baggage, or the physical baggage of the person. Like they may be sick, you can absorb that sickness, have it flow through you, and ground it into the earth, for example. Also, a lot of physical empaths are martial artists. They have tougher skin, more of a warrior soul and spirit. They naturally stronger than most. They are naturally inclined to the martial arts. They love kung fu movies like myself growing up, cause I'm a physical empath. They have more of a kind of a berserker mode. They have a tendency to just flip the fuck out. If you start fucking with them now they usually cool people until you piss them off, and then you gonna really see motherfucking a nigga rampage with that energy. Let's see, and of course the physical empathy works differently for everybody else. You have a natural intuition for the martial arts. You have a natural gift to channel chi through your body. Most of my friends, they had a harder time learning how to channel chi, whereas it came natural to me once I understood how it worked. So that empathy is very powerful, and you got three main empathies that I've seen, which is physical empathy, emotional empathy, and soul empathy. I'll probably talk about soul empathy another time. But yes, a lot of martial artists are physical empaths, and they can do, because they are physical empaths, and they can channel the physical energy of an environment, they can go on and do amazing things. Especially, get into that Jedi work, levitating objects, manipulating the elements, manipulating time and space with their energy. They can do all that. Because those are all physical abilities. You manipulating the physical force, the physical environment with your energy, with your mind and soul. So mind and spirit, you see what I'm saying? So yes. And now when we get into the magical aspect, the occult science of martial arts, you got many things. A lot of martial artists in the East, they make talismans for protection, or talismans to protect themselves. They also make talismans to help bring out their warrior soul when they need the most, so they won't freeze up in the midst of battle. They get tattoos on their body. Tattoos ain't nothing but sigil magic. That's all it is. for the human body. That's all tattoos are. So, and sigils are nothing but archetypal symbols that you can tap into to help you tap into that particular energy. So you got this magical. You got another aspect of the magic where, say for example, you pick up a weapon, and when you get to the magic aspect, you learn that each weapon has a name, and you can tap into the soul of that weapon and receive the name in your mind's eye and chant out the name as well, and it'll fully activate that particular weapon. Pretty cool stuff. You can also enchant weapons, armor, stuff like that. Now, the true martial artists know that you don't really need to wear, when you get into the magical aspect, the true martial artists know that you don't even need to wear armor. Your t-shirt is your armor. Your shirt, your pants are your armor. Your shoes are your armor. Everything about you is enchanted. So, if you ever feel like you need more protection, just enchant your clothes. And just focus on creating that self-conducting loop of you walking around with magical armor, which is your clothes and everything else for the physical side. Now, another thing with magic is let's see, what else they've been known to do? Incantations, of course. How can we forget spell work? They will write the ancient martial artists would write down spells. They would write down these spells and they would recite these spells. And what these spells would do it would empower their warrior soul to fight longer, to fight harder, to defeat their enemies quicker. They will always do is they have a name for it in Taoism, but I forget the name. But yes, they can do amazing things with magic. Now, another thing you could do with magic is about to give y'all exercise now. I think I went over everything else I wanted to go over. Yeah. How about I give y'all a meditative exercise to tap into your internal dojo? Because everybody has inside of them an internal dojo, of course. Now, what I want you to do is close your eyes. Inhale for a few seconds. Hold your breath for a few seconds. And exhale for a few seconds. And now, what's going to happen here is I want you to put up an image of yourself laying on the floor. And when you wake up, you're in a dojo. I always like to take this time out to add the realism to it. A lot of people think it's fake or whatever, but where did this dojo come from? Hey, you just got here. You just open your eyes, you just close your eyes here and awoke in there. So always remember that. But you wake into this internal dojo. You got on martial clothing. You look around, and there are weapons on the wall. There's like little doors, little slide doors you can open to go outside. There's all type of cool stuff. And in the middle, there is a statue. And this statue is this being here. Busa Ganashi. That's his name. Busa Ganashi. Busganeshi. Busa Ganashi. And what Busa Ganashi gonna teach you is how to harness your martial skills. You gonna walk up to him, he gonna tell you so he gonna ask you, are you ready? And you gonna be like, yeah, I'm ready. So he gonna have you probably go through some martial sequences first, punches and kicks, elbows and knees, headbutts. Then he's going to take you through a series of trials. And while you're going through these trials inside of yourself, he going to tell you at some point in the trials, there's more. You can do way more. You just fucking with the physical right now. But inside of you, there's a force, there's a power, there's a chi, and you need to harness this chi. So he may summon ninjas to attack you, and now you gotta tap into this chi and and explode, erupt that ki into the physical, into that dojo, and this chi may explode out of you and knock those ninjas back, or you may set the motherfuckers on fire, or you may quake the ground and the motherfuckers might fall through the floor, or you may shoot ice at the motherfuckers and freeze them, or you may conjure wind in that bitch and slice their asses up with the wind. So yeah, Booster Ganache gonna tell you like, yeah, you got that kind of power, and never forget it. And this is important because this is magical self-defense. Now you learn how to protect yourself not only in this world but in the next, in other realms as well. He gonna teach you how to erect force shields, magical shields around you. Say he may shoot an arrow at you, and you gotta put up your energy shield to block that arrow. So you gotta do all that. Then you're gonna go through these magical trials, these warrior trials, and this is your internal dojo. And now, even though you finish, and once you complete the trials or whatever, now don't forget, you can always go back there to continue training. Next time you may go back, you may practice with weapons. You may practice in that bitch of swordsmanship. You may practice with sticks. You may practice with flails and maces. You may practice with chain weapons like nunchucks. You see what I'm saying? So you may get in that motherfucker, and he gonna teach you how to channel your chi into those weapons. You may be able to channel chi into your sword, and usually you fighting a motherfucker and they got an enchanted sword, that motherfucker break. But because you know how to channel your force into your weapon, they can't break your weapons because it's enchanted with your chi, with your force. So you gonna learn all that. And what's more, whatever you learn now translates over here to the physical. So what you learn there uploads here, like how Neo learned martial arts in the Matrix. And if you pay attention to him learning Kung Fu in the Matrix, you can see the data is being uploaded into his brain. All the Kung Fu sequences and techniques and philosophies. So you see all this. You going in there. You going in there, and then you come back here. Then you get the urge to practice with weapons. You get the urge to practice, go buy a sword and practice with it. Because now you living out here what you experienced in your internal dojo. And everything that you was doing in your internal dojo, albeit it may be a lot more subtle at first, but you may still can tap into a lot of your abilities in the dojo, the ones you're ready for. And I'm not going to say that you can't conjure later. Hell, motherfuckers can do it. Motherfuckers over there in Asia can do it. So why can't you do it? Why can't you do it? So you may tap into all type of abilities. You over here, once it translates over here, and you go buy that sword, you can channel your chi into the sword. Then you gonna ask yourself, where the hell I get the ability to channel chi into the sword? And then Booster Ganache gonna send you a message, nigga. You did it here. you took them Jedi trials here first, and now it's translating over there where you at now. It's translating all the information is uploaded to your avatar now, which is your physical body, your biosuit. And now you just learn how to harness what you learn here, there. So you can have basic education to protect yourself just in case some shit go down. And let me go over what happens to you when some shit goes down. Because training and real life events are two different things. When you're dealing with real life situations, it's different because you got to calculate in emotion. And the first emotion that hits you is fear. Now, how do you deal with fear? Fear, you got to learn to regulate it. You got to learn to regulate your fear in your heart chakra. When you feel the fear, don't just let it sit there. Just spin the fear around in your heart chakra, rotate it. and you continue to rotate it. And what's gonna happen here is it's gonna transmute into chi energy or force energy. And when it transmutes into this chi, this force energy, what's gonna happen now is your emotions are made physical. So if you feel like you need to protect yourself, or you feel like you threatened or in danger, your emotions are going to erupt, and it's going to protect you. It may knock that motherfucker back. It may freeze that nigga. It may stop. It may you may mentally attack them, and they may be holding a gun at you, and all of a sudden they just put the gun down, get in their car, and drive away. You see what I'm saying? This is magical self-defense, people. This is what it's all about. This is the warrior arts. This is the whole spectrum of the warrior art, not just the physical. They snatch the spiritual from the physical, the magical from the physical. So they don't mind you going to learn physical arts, punching and kicking, but they snatch the occult side away, because that's what the real power is. And now, another thing I want to tell you. When you find yourself in these situations, when you find yourself scared or in terror or in danger, remember, great power comes after. Let me say it, great conflict precedes great power. So when that terror happens, when you experience this terror or this danger, the true force inside of you awakens. The true chi energy inside of you awakens, both inside of you and around you. So I tell y'all a story of mine. I was coming home from work one day, and it was raining real bad, and I was on a mountain, a hill or whatever, and I'm driving, and my tire, as I was turning, hydroplaned and slid off the road a little bit, and it threw my car into like a little swerving action. So there are cars coming towards me on the mountain. So I dodged them or whatever, and then I just hit the brakes real hard, and then I just slid into like a generator, electric generator, and it's raining now. Now when I hit this electric generator, there was sparks everywhere. There was lightning everywhere. But seeing as how I was already in tune with my chi, my force, my true force awakened, and I literally seen the sparks hit my truck, and my truck was metal. So metal conducts electricity. So I seen it hit my truck, but nothing was happening because my chi, my force was nullifying it. So I slammed into it, and then next thing I know, I just hit the gas off pure instinct. And I drove off. The electric generator, and got back on the road and went home. The average motherfucker who they chi ain't awake, and they would hit that motherfucker. Lightning would hit, the electricity would hit their car, and the shit would have blew up. You see what I'm saying? On the average day, So this is what I'm talking about: harnessing that supernatural force, that supernatural chi. And I got many stories like that. That's just one intense story. And the lesson that I learned from that is, seeing as how it's terror and danger that awakens the true force inside you and around you, then if you manage to survive that particular event, that situation, a percentage of that power will always remain unlocked inside of you. Because remember, each trial and tribulation you conquer is its own reward. So whatever experience you fight through, whatever trial you fight through and conquer, you gain something from that, be it internal or external, whatever you lesson you learn from it. So that situation taught me this lesson. You see what I'm saying? Hard lesson to learn, but a powerful lesson nonetheless. It was such a powerful lesson. I was like, damn, like that was. I know if I was doing anything else in my life and not practice my chi shit, I probably been fucked up in that situation. But not only was I not fucked up, I had minimum damage to myself. Hell, even my truck had minimum damage. So, uh, that was the creator showing me like what this chi power is really about. Like, yeah, nigga, you just don't know. What you been studying and practicing all this time really works. And from that point on, I never doubted it. Never ever. There was some other experiences too that led up to that one, but shit, I mean, an electric generator, y'all, really, while it's raining, hard outside, on a mountain at that, yeah, usually your odds of surviving it is real low. So yes, that's just an experience of mine. So practice your go to your internal dojo, practice that meditation, level up, get stronger, do what you need to do. And I guarantee you, if you invest in your chi gonna invest in you. Always remember that. So that ends my lecture. So are there any questions? Dave Tabaka, ashtray tires grind out the car just like rubber sole boots. I've been hit by lightning in a car before with my father. Damn, that's some serious shit, Dave. Any other questions or experiences y'all want to share? Well, I'm Marvin Jones. This is my lecture on Kung Fu, Qigong, Mopai. Let your friends know. Put the word out. And I'm out, people.